How's it going, everybody? Special episode already for the drafts. I want to break it down a little bit, have a little bit of fun with this one, but first, here's that new intro. That's right, new intro, folks. Whip that up today. But right now, I want to get the things I have to say out the question first because I will explain in a little bit. First, you can check me out on Zero Trading Value Productions, this YouTube channel, or ExtremeTVOnline.com, or XWW Wrestling, the one with the Figure Wrestling Alliance, Cam Jackson's vlog gimmick. We recently just put up Blood, Sweat, and Tears from 2022 for free as well on the YouTube channel. So remember, it's XWW Wrestling as the one with the vlog gimmicks. It's the one with the Figure Wrestling Alliance. It's the one with How Do You Figure podcasts on there as well. ExtremeTVOnline.com, where you can catch all the XWW action for $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month. The first 5 days are free, which is the trial version, folks. If you like it, we give you 5 days to see if you want to mess with us and you want to dig everything that XWW has to offer. That gets you podcasts. That gets you all the XWW wrestling action, the casino nights, the hacks, the special events, the pay-per-views at the end of the month. That also gets you Firestar Pro Wrestling, Future Stars of AML, Pro Wrestling Savage, and a Cam Jackson's Block Party, on top of the video versions of podcasts like my podcast, Goblin Grenade, Bumps and Brews, eventually The Asylum when it comes back, Smash the Mat, and many others. Not only the audio, but the video versions as well. Now, the reason why I have to get all of this said and done before this is adult beverage draft. Yeah. Actually, fun story. I did do a draft recently that was going to be for the channel. But I went 0-3, and I'll be full disclosure, it would have been the third draft for this format. Went 0-3, didn't have fun with it. That being said, I want to have some fun with it this time. So we've got some adult tasty beverages that we can partake in during this draft as I pour it really bad because it's really hard to do the angle with one arm, and I'm on the computer desk and the double monitors and all that other stuff. And let's get that draft token going, folks, as I continue to slowly pour this tasty adult beverage. While you, let's check out my disgusting pour here of the tasty adult beverage in the XWW glass. That's right there, XWW. Is it soda or a tasty adult beverage? You decide. All right, we are in the draft, folks, and our rare is a Copperline Gorge, a land. Not what you want to open up to start with. We have a Billis Skull Dweller, which is 1-1 with Death Touch and Toxic 1. Great first pick. Bladehold War Whip, which is another great pick. And the Prosthetic Injector, which is pretty decent for equipment. Badarsh, Skull Bomb. Some good green in this pack. This is actually a really halfway decent pack between the Prologue to Pharasius, the Annihilating Glare. It's a toss-up between Skull Dweller or equipment. And now I said Toxic 1 will be what I want to rock with most, but actually Boros equipment is really good. And I have a fear if I pass this to the left, I'm not going to see any white or red remaining. And look at that, folks. I think we just got somewhat rewarded with the Annex Century. The rare is missing. We have a Tyvar stand, Prosthetic Injector again, but Annex Century. When it enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until this leaves the battlefield. It's a 1-4 with Toxic 1. Not really equipment-wise, but it's a great 3-drop. So I think we're picking that. Monument to Perfection. Not the best rare. I can see why it made it all the way here. Necrogen Rot Priest, Aspirant Ascendant, Axiom Engraver, Raskus Fall, Testament Bearer, Hazardous Blast. I'm noticing a shocking lack of white and red in this pack. So we're going to have to take something off color here. And I think we take the Necrogen Rot Priest. Mind you, all the commons were taken in this pack too. We take the Necrogen Rot Priest in case we have to, in case we get cut off on red and white completely. That being said though, Lean and Heart Lightbringer, 3-2 with Word 2, and as long as it's equipped, it gets +1/+1, makes its way to us. So that tells me white could be open at least. White and red could be open. We get past another pack with the Incisor Glider. Whenever it attacks, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Now that's creatures we control. So we can either pick the Glider or the Crescendo. Or the Fair Basilica. We can make a choice for either one. But I want to get some creatures in because we have we're trying, at least, for Boros equipment. Now, we have the Badarsh. We have the Veil of Assimilation. Whenever that or another artifact enters the battlefield under our control, target creature you control gets +1/+1 in Vigilance until end of turn. Now, there's a Tyvar that made its way to us, too. But I can see why it made its way to us. So I think we just take the Veil of Assimilation, because we are going to be rocking, hopefully, a little bit more equipment in the second pack. I will take another Lightbringer here. This is an interesting pick because we're going to take the rare, Dark Slick Shores, because we're not picking anything else, and we're not even going to be playing anything else. So at this point, we've firmly stomped our foot in Boros equipment. So now what we can do, if we have off-color rare and the rest of the pack just we're not going to take, we will take the rare. Always. Just to build up our 4X collection. The Badarsh making its way back to us isn't that surprising. It is a 5-drop. I might wind up taking this Copperline Gorge. Yeah, I'm going to take the Copperline. As I said, we're going to take all the rares that come back to us. Shrapnel Slinger. Don't know if we're going to play that, but I'm okay with taking it. We're just going to take what do we want to complete? We'll take the Aspirant Ascent to complete that collection. Blue is wide open. We'll take our first Reject Imperfection. Blue is definitely wide open here as we do Tasty Adult Beverage. Drafting here. We will take the Experimental Augury and get another Aspirant. Now we weren't hoping for a Kaito Dancing Shadow. It's Planeswalker. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may return one of them to its owner's hand. If you do, you may activate loyalty abilities of Kaito twice this turn rather than once. +1, one target creature can't attack or block till next turn. 0, draw a card. -2, create a 2/2 colorless drone with Death Touch, and when this creature leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 2, you gain 2. Oof. Now there is against all odds. Exile target artifact or creature you control, then return to the battlefield, or return one from the graveyard to the battlefield. I think we take the against all odds. We have a Crawling Chorus, which is my favorite art in the entire set. Don't at me. But yeah, I think we have to take this Crawling Chorus or the Basilica. Basilicas tend to wheel, Crawling Choruses tend not to. Bladed Ambassador, Sawblade Scamp, an Axiom Engraver, a Zenith Chronicler. Chronicler's good in Commander. Oh. I think we just take the Bladed Ambassador here. We might... We're barely... Ooh. I'm not liking... Alright. There's a Volshok splitter. I think the Shepherd's going to wheel again, I hope, unless power levels have changed and people don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on that particular card anymore. All right, we'll take the Badarsh for the top end. As I'm starting to really think that mistakes might have not been made, but we definitely should have been going into blue. So that being said, I will take an Animist. Affinity for equipment, we will take the Oxida Finisher. Costs 1 less to cast for each equipment we control. There is a Vanish, though, but we got to take the Finisher. We will take the Finisher. Our third Lightbringer, or the second Splitter. I think we go third Lightbringer. Forge Champion Centurion. When another creature or artifact you control is put in a graveyard from battlefield, put an oil counter on it. Whenever attacks, you may remove 2 oil. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. Might just wind up taking this Century just in case we have to actually get rid of the white or splash blue in. That being said, we'll take the Hazardous Blast and play it. I like playing one of them at least. We will take a Curator. Mirror Kinsmith. Which one do we have? Well, we'll just start with the Kinsmiths. We'll complete the Hunter's Maze. And we'll take the Surgical Bay. Archfiend of the Dross enters with 4 oil. Remove an oil. If you can't, you lose the game. Convert, Vanish, Enforcer, Kinsmith. I think we just take the Vanish. Oh, wait a minute. No, that targets it. Cast 3 more. We'll take the Justicar here. We need creatures. Infected Flesh Cutter. That's an equipment. That is a good equipment for what we're trying to do. Malaria the Living Cure. If you get 1 or more poison counters, instead you get 1 poison counter, you can't get additional poison counters this turn. Exile Malaria the Living Cure. Choose another target creature or artifact. When it's put in a graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. I think that is an actual splashable card. Venser the Corpse Puppet. Also a Tainted Observer. But I don't think... No. Do we take the Tainted Observer? Our sideboard's looking kind of okay. Alright. I'll actually take the Transplant. We'll take the Tainted Observer, just in case. Glissa Sunslayer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Draw a card, lose a life, destroy target enchantment, remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. Ugh. You know what? Our adult beveraging, we're just going to take rares. Especially with the Goldwarden's Helm coming very late. Coming very late. Blazing Crescendo. How many creatures do we have? 10, but we have a bunch of equipment that make creatures. So I think we take a Blazing Crescendo here. Then Plague Nurse. We'll take a Plague Nurse. And see if we actually splash green in this because of the malaria. As a tasty adult beverage draft, I think is going to be an adventure. I'm digging the set so far. I'm very much digging the set. Also, by the way, I'm not live on YouTube. This is definitely recorded well after the fact. Well, I mean, this was uploaded at least a day or two after I did this. We'll take another splitter, though. I don't want to take another Badarsh if I have to. So we will complete our Manus Web Rider. I'll take that Skull Bomb. I'll take this Atrocity. And I'll put the Hunter's Maze in there. I don't want another Hazardous Blast, so we will complete our Feed the Infection. Experimental Augury. And now we get to see how bad this set is gonna be. No, not actually. We are gonna make some interesting choices, though. Choice number one being, let's see what our green situation is looking like. We can actually play the Copperline Gorge that we took. That is interestingly funny. We only have the Cephalopod Sentry and just a Shrapnel Slinger. So let's separate our creatures. We do have 12 creatures, but that's 13 Infected Flesh Cutter, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we technically have 17 creatures here. And we have some interesting top end. Very interesting top end. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the lowest we can get this is a 2 red. But that's like Magical Christmas Land. More along the lines of it going to be a 5-drop at least. So we can put that in the Atrocity side. 2 pips. We have... I mean, we don't have anything else. If we look at our draft, we look at the blue completely. Surgical Bay, 2 Ascendants, an Augury, Reject Imperfection, Animist, a Curator, a Web Strider, and then a Silithopod. I don't even think we have any decent... No, we have 3 black cards. And even then, I think we just rock with this. I think that's what we do. We definitely, though, want to switch out our lands here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right, the hearts. All right. So, we are going to pick our favorite lands that we play, which is the 8, which is the Pokemon lands. And we get the Heartem, too. So, anytime we draft or make a deck, these will be the lands that show up on this account. Why can't I heart those? I can heart every other one but these. All right. And then we're going to forest. And we only have 2 forests to do. Okay. That's it. I mean, we're going to start playing right now. Yeah. Oh, jumped right into the game here. As we start, Tasty Adult Beverage Draft. First opponent. I'm actually not gonna lie. I am liking this because we have Justicar in a Century. We even have the Living Cure. So I think our turn 2 is Justicar. And turn 2 is obviously going to be Copperline Gorge for land. I'd be foolish not to. Now we do have a choice. Do we do the Living Cure? Because we're gonna... Yeah, I think we Living Cure. And if they have a removal spell, they have to use it now. Because if they just bring in a creature, well, Annex Sentry. And now they're like, why are they playing Copperline Gorge? Are they playing 3 colors? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Opponent going way into the tank here. Okay. Sawblade Scamp is something... Sawblade Scamp, I'm okay with attacking, seeing if they block the 3. And then we just Mandible Justicar and save the Sentry for next turn. Because now we're going to be swinging in for 5 if they bring in a creature. XWW. Innovation required, violence expected. And I'm hoping to bring the violence to my opponent as they bring out a Charforger. And you know what? I'm okay with this turn of events because we're going to Annex Sentry that. Justicar pops off. And now we just slam in for 6. 3 of it being lifelink, by the way. And they took it all, so that tells me Annex Sentry is not long for this world. A Dross Pits coming to play tapped, which is fine. Depending on what they do, we may Splitter next turn because it's an artifact and that'll pump the Justicar up. I probably saw 1 or 2 of those blade graphs and just went to stupid town and forgot to take them. I think we Splitter, which makes us a creature, pumps that up. Then I think we just swing in for the fences. They can't kill the Sentry. They don't have enough damage. So if they block the Sentry with the Aspirant and then the 1/1 blocks the Living Cure, they take 3. Or they're just going to mutually assure destruction it. Okay. I'm okay with this trade. Justicar is not a potent card in this deck. We give him a poison, and we are just going to play the Hunter's Maze and end the turn. And remember, we can always sacrifice the Living Cure to save the Sentry. It would be a weird play as they pass the turn. Okay. So they have a pump. They have a pump. And we know this. By not playing anything on that turn, unless they're trying to draw some cards. So we do not attack with the Sentry. I do not need it dying. I'm okay with the Living Cure dying. Deals 3 damage to any target periphery. So they got rid of the splitter instead of the living cure. Does this mean that they have Whisper? They don't. So we're just going to Plague Nurse. And see this funny interaction. Okay. The aspirate. Alright, so we're going to Veil of Assimilation. Put it on the Annex Sentry. Then we're going to put this on the Plague Nurse. Then we're going to attack with that and that. And see what our opponent does. So they're going to take another 3. I think we just play the land out and then end the turn. Alright, so they're going to start card drawing. I think our opponent got stuck in a bad spot, and we were able to capitalize on it. Because they did draw 4 of the spheres in this game. Necrosquito, a 2/2, flying. Alright, 2 cards left in hand. Infected Flesh Cutter. We will give it to the Annex Sentry. And I think we have enough to actually equip the Cure. And then we just attack with the Plague Nurse and the Living Cure. And then we pump up the Living Cure with the artifact that we made. So, bad blocks, plus they have to use their only card in hand if they have a piece of removal. There we go. We got there, folks. Not a bad start. I'm pleasantly surprised that Naya Equipment Toxic is doing a thing. And we did. We got to do an amazing thing there, folks. As we wait for our next game, don't forget, I do $5 deck techs. On top of these drafted videos, I do podcasts as well. The Goblin Grenade podcast. A one-man podcast that, you know, I get. That being said, we hit Perfect Land again. Into a Flesh Cutter, a Veil of Assimilation, and then a Flesh Cutter? Yeah. Actually, might just Flesh Cutter first, and then Veil, because when we attack... Thirsting Roots, great card. Great card. I think we just played a Copperline Gorge and get him confused. Dune Mover, Toxic one. So they're getting their lands, and I know what they're going to draw next turn, if they do this. It's a Plains. Alright. We're in 3 colors, folks. Infected Flesh Cutter. Oops, I should have played... No. I thought Flesh Cutter had Mirrodin as well. Oops. Reading the card explains the card. That being said, do they put that on the Dune Mover? Alright, so they're putting all their eggs in a basket here. And that just gives me... I didn't think Toxic stacked like that. Apparently it does. We may be really boned here at this point. Really boned here. Because we didn't draw a third land. And they have a pump. But we got to block it. We can't afford that toxic. We can't afford the System of a Down. Because the toxicity of our city. It's +1/+1. So they're still putting all their eggs in one basket. That is bad. That is really bad. So I think we Malera, the Living Cure, and we're gonna have to take... We're gonna have to take this, but we only get to take one toxic if it survives. Attack with the Dune Mover. No blocks. Toxic 3. Basilica Shepherd. Okay. Okay. Need a land. I mean, we're in deep. All right, that's a land. That's pretty good. Hazardous Blast or a Plague Nurse. I think we just Plague Nurse because our opponent is really close to like emptying their hand. They have 2 cards left. They have all their eggs on Dune Mover. We can only get 1 poison a turn as long as Malera is on the field. If we get another land, we can Veil Flesh Cutter attack. It fights another target creature you don't control. Choose another target creature. So we're going to sacrifice the Malera for the Plague Nurse. Block the Dune Mover. I wish we could have bounced something different. I wish we could have bounced something different. Alright, we'll do Hazardous Blast. That at least gives us a temporary reprieve. Not a lot. We're still dead to a 2-turn clock. And that clock is ticking for us. Seven, go down to equip that. Make that a 4/2. Trade. Oh, it has first strike. Yeah. But still, that would have been the block for me anyway. Yep, we're good. Alright, folks. I am going to go downstairs real quick to refill the tasty adult beverage draft that we're doing. But I don't have commercials yet for XWW. Next episode, I should have all that done. So for now... Hi, I'm back. Didn't get it on camera. You can't get me. So yeah, if you haven't already noticed, I started editing live. Doing live one-take edits. Makes my job easier and life. Tasty adult beverage draft. We're 1-1 so far. So we got out aggroed. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're living the dream, hopefully, folks. Living the dream with the crawling course, infected flesh cutter, and then equipping it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. You've got to be kidding me, you son of a... You know... I'm not even allowed to swear. I think we're dead already. So anytime Rot Priest becomes the target of a spell, we get a poison counter. There's no way getting around it. That does kind of throw us off a little bit. Because now we have to have Lightbringer come in to block the Rot Priest. Because we could be dead in 2 turns. Because anytime it's a target of a spell, we're getting a toxic counter. We're getting a poison counter. Honest truth, it is the dumbest card they've printed. And I can't wait for it to get banned in every format soon. Well, up until, you know, enough people buy cards. Alright. We really can't equip. Although we should just equip. Doesn't give a vigilance, though. That's the problem. So we have to keep Crawling Course back to block the Stalker. And Lightbringer to block the Rot Priest. If we can get him in a stalemate, I'm fine. Because if we can get the Badarsh out. And when this die... Oh, sack, destroy target artifact, enchantment. You're effing kidding me. And then they're going to attack because they have a pump in hand. Watch. They don't. Okay. We might still be in this, folks. I still need blockers, though, for Rot Priest. Sinew Dancer. And they have enough to... We have to kill the Dancer. Straight up. If we got any of our removal, it was going to be Rot Priest's way, but we have to kill the Dancer. Because it can just tap down our biggest guy. But there is good news. They only have 1 card in hand. They only have 1 card in hand. And that is a very... That's to our benefit. I think we just got a Vrosk Splitter to make another one. We can't attack. And we're going to open up another beer. I mean, tasty adult beverage. I didn't say that word. No. Tasty adult beverage. And we're 38 minutes in. Now our opponent is really thinking, and they pass the turn. They only have 1 card left in hand. We can Blayhold War Whip. Do they kill the 4/3? No, they're going to start tapping. Because of Sinew Dancer. Which is why I was hoping to draw one of my removal spells for Sinew Dancer. Now they're just shifting equipment. So we need a removal. We're not going to get it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I think we just got a Lightbringer. We just got a Lightbringer at this point. And flood out the board. We do have that 1 card that deals 1 point of damage to all of our opponent's creatures. We also have, I think, 2 other pieces of removal. Do I put this on a Lightbringer? Not yet. Because they can't target the Lightbringers unless they pay an extra 2. So they can tap out the Sinew Dancer to tap one of the Lightbringers down. But they're just going to do that. It's going to be a very slow, methodical game here. This is some chain wrestling here. Or, you know, they could just top deck a Skitterfang. Yeah. That's bad for us. That is so bad. I mean, they get 3 free whacks here. And that means we're going to be dead unless we get a flyer. Blazing Crescendo. Alright, well, we got to do it. Let them... Whatever our... Let him tap down our 2-2. Alright. Let's see what they do here. Because that Blayhold Whirlwhip is double strike. So we may have finally gotten the opportunity to give a really good attack to our opponent. Block the Stewart. Block the Lightbringer. Double block. Now they're regretting that they didn't tap down the Sinew Dancer. So we are going to... we're just getting some more damage in, and hopefully exile the top cards of our library. Ugh, we are so close on that one. But we can bring this in. We're not dead yet. We're close to it, but we're not dead yet. Give that flying. We go to Toxic 8. If they have 2 proliferate cards in hand, I'm gonna get sick. Or 2 ways to pump the Rot Priest. I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. Against all odds. Should have targeted the Rot Priest. Alright. They should have targeted the Rot Priest. I think if they targeted the Rot Priest, then that may have been a misclick. Unless they're going to be a douche and do something weird. Okay, we got there. I don't think we should have won that game. I think our opponent should have bounced the Rot Priest because that would have given us poison counter number 9. But I think they had something else in hand, and I think they just misplayed or misclicked. It could have been a misclick. We dodged a bullet there, folks. We dodged a bullet. Venerated Rot Priest is a great card, but I think it's too powerful overall in Magic the Gathering. And this, I guarantee it, used copies that you've opened up now or bought now, because I have a very good suspicion that that card's going to get banned in almost every format it's legal in. With that being said, tasty adult beverage draft. We're 2-1 so far. We're having fun. We're having great games. We're having really close, clench my butthole games here. We were definitely, as somebody would say, 5P territory. We will keep this. We're going to bounce that. And I think we turn one crawling course. I'm telling you, this is my favorite art. I want a playset in foil, and I'm probably going to order it tomorrow in foil because I have no self-control. I think though we're gonna not take the trade. Okay then. I thought we were gonna trade. They also probably have a card that is gonna proliferate. I think we play Hold Warwit and see if they misread the card. Okay. Target creature gets a -1/-1 till end of turn. So they kill my chorus. Reading the card explains the card's got double strike. I win. Alright, that was a pretty... Yeah, that was a pretty rough play, opponent. I took that block all day, every day. Also twice on Sunday. And we'll bring in the Lightbringer. Alright, they finally got their green. They got their Skitterfang out. Yeah, you better hold back. You better hold back now. Hey. We're not attacking with this might because that's an easy block. We want them to have hard blocks right now. Yeah, we're just going to do that and make it 10. And just do 10 damage to their face. I feel that was dirty on my end. That was real dirty on my end. I could have saved my creature, and it probably would have been better. But I saw the opportunity to do 10 damage to the face, and I took it. I'm not ashamed of it. So did they give it to the Skitterfang? Did they give it Lifelink? They gave it, yeah, they gave it Lifelink. It's got Vigilance already? Oh, that, ooh, nice combo. Nice combo. It's a double block? I was gonna say, is it a double block? They're gonna have to do something. You gotta pump it? What are they doing? What are they doing? They're taking it. Ooh, good lord. That was risky, because if I had another one of those cards, that was game over. On Tasty Adult Beverage Draft. Here on XWW Wrestling's YouTube channel. And on the streaming network as well, ExtremeTVOnline.com. $4.99 a month. First 5 days are free. Now, they're going to give Lifelink and Vigilance to this. So I'm okay with not blocking. No blocks. Gain the 2 life. Because if we top deck that card that deals 1 damage to the entire board of our opponent, their creatures can't block. We didn't get it, but we got an Aven Sentry. I'm going to get rid of the Spore Singer and not the Sentry, and not the Skitterfang, because if we get rid of the Skitterfang, pardon me, this is going to give it 3 more counters, and I'm not going to do that. Each opponent sacks a creature or a planeswalker and gets a poison counter. I'll sack the Might. We got there. 3-1, folks. 3-1. I got greedy, I'm not going to lie. Got real greedy on that 10 damage swing. I could have easily had eaten a lot of crow by doing that. But that being said, you know, we got there. We got there. Once again, thank you for watching on YouTube XWW Wrestling YouTube channel, Zero Trade and Value Productions. My name's Dom Douglas YouTube channel, ExtremeTVOnline.com, the streaming network as well. You can catch all the great action, casino nights, hacks, AML, Firestar Pro Wrestling, many more wrestling promotions in the coming weeks and months ahead as we get ready for our next game. That's the card I was talking about, Hazardous Blast. We have it in hand. I can't keep that. I can keep this because now we have perfect mana and we can get rid of the... I think we get rid of the finisher. So we'll keep 6, get rid of the finisher, and then Hunter's Maze, and then Ambassador. Into Lightbringer. Alright, here we go. We're going to attack with Bladed Ambassador. Then we're going to Blade Hold War Whip. Let's see what they do. Draw Skull Bomb. Did they get a land? Did they miss a land drop? Because if we get another land, we have Atrocity mana. Ooh, they missed a land drop. They got there, though. They got there, though. Whisper of the Dross does not kill. Or 2/2. Doesn't kill it in combat either. Now they're thinking, how can we get rid of this double striking 2/2 this turn? Instead, they're just going to attack and give us that toxic 1. Alright, I'm okay with attacking here. And we're doing a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. If I had the memes up, I would have played that, but I'm not editing these videos anymore. That's a lot of damage. This is too long to edit the videos, honestly, folks. Yeah, I knew they weren't going to attack. Alright. We have... You know what? We're never going to do this again. Haste, 4/4, Toxic 4. Let's swing in with the entire party, folks. And they have no mana open. They missed land drops. We got to take advantage of these moments when they happen. Empty board. And if they bring a creature out, we have Hazardous Blast. We can make their stuff not block next turn. But we got there, folks. We got the magical 4 wins that I always have been stressing about. And going over, if you get that 3 to 4 win range on a consistent basis, you can almost draft every day. Because, see, we get 4... It costs 1,500 gems to draft. In theory, if you get to that 3 to 4 win range, on average, it costs you 300 gems to draft. I have 10,000 gems. Because, trying to consistently get 3 to 4 wins as much as possible. And when you get there, when you get over the 4 wins, that's when you start balancing out and can just kind of pseudo free roll, if you will. But Tasty Adult Beverage Draft still going on. We're 4-1 right now, folks, with Naya Equipment Toxic. Here on Extreme World Wrestling YouTube channel, streaming service, Zero Trade and Value Productions YouTube channel, Dom Douglas, the voice of XWW. I don't see it, I don't hear it, but that's what I'm told consistently. Alright, so in theory, we have perfect land because of Copperline Gorge. So that being said, we're going first. If our first land is going to be Copperline, because they're going to be like, alright, they're playing green, red. And then we're going to hit them with the plains and really confuse our opponent. Did they just mulligan again? Oh no. I think our opponent just double mulliganed. They went down to 5. You hate to see it. It's hard to win from that. But I think we'll just put a Bladed Ambassador out and hope that they don't have removal. I think we just attack. And then bring in... Yeah, we'll just bring in the Lightbringer for the damage. Oh. You hate to see this happen. Like, they mold to 5. I'm not going to play any spells because we're in a good position. I don't want to get board wiped. There's a Hive Master. Alright, so now... You know what? I'm okay with attacking here. I'm okay with attacking here because we can Justicar, Chorus. Next turn, oh, I should have Skull Bombed. Next turn, we can Hazardous Blast. They got the Minsk and Boo avatar. We got the Soren Markov avatar. As our opponent goes deep into the tank, trying to figure out if they can come back. They have a tall order. They mold to 5 and didn't pick up a land till, I think, turn 3 or 4. So we were able to just get a great start to this. All right. Gains flying till end of turn. I can see why they tried to play that. I think we can Skull Bomb here. And then attack. Because that might can't block. So we bring him down to 5. We light bring. End turn. We can crack the Skull Bomb. Okay. To deal a point of damage. Anoint with Affliction. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And we're just going to crack the Skull Bomb to draw a card. And see what we get. We get a Splitter. Now, we'll see where this takes us. That might can't block. So I think we just Splitter. Get another creature out. They have to kill 2 creatures now. And that's a combination of getting a creature on the field, killing one of our creatures. I'll sack the Chorus. Good. Yeah, I feel bad for you. Pardon me. I feel bad for your opponent because that was a hard way to lose. But now we are 5-1 here. A tasty adult beverage draft. As we're having the time of our lives here with Naya Equipment Toxic. And here I went thinking that I kind of messed this draft up. And this was before I started kind of drinking a bit more than I have. Tasty adult beverages. But so far, this deck has outperformed even my expectations. And it's catching our opponents by surprise. Now, mind you, 2 of those wins, one of them was I feel a massive misplay by our opponent with the Toxic Rot Priest. And then that last game that we just played where our opponent didn't exactly have the best start. They had to mulligan the 5, so they're already down 2 cards to us. Then they didn't hit a land drop for at least turn 2 or 3. So we just had open swings for a few turns. You know what? If okay. That better not have counted as a loss. No, it didn't. Okay. Real quick, here's that. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. As we celebrate tasty adult beverage, we are 5-1 right now on tasty adult beverage draft. And Naya, yeah, Naya Equipment Toxic is killing it here. As we go into game number 7. Once again, not perfect mana, which they go first. Is this where we do something stupid and keep and hope that we hit a plains? I think it is. Better to live on the edge. Never punished. Never punished this draft. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I'm dead serious. Although Squirrel's Hive, we've messed with that card a couple of times. We know how good that card is. In this draft format, Squirrel's Hive is an all-star. Our opponent deserves to be in this 5-1 position right now. With Squirrel's Hive, it is such a great card. Guarantees you at least 3 wins. Just for having it in your deck. Ossification. Wow. So that's removal. Now the best part is there's no land removal in the set. I gotta make sure I do this correct. Yeah, I think we maze and then Malaria, the Living Cure, and show our opponent why we're playing green. They can attack us with 10 different Toxic 1 creatures. We are only getting 1 poison counter. Being said, if they attack us with 10 Toxic 1 creatures, we're probably dead to begin with. This has got so much worse for us. We are so boned right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, good lord. What a deck our opponent has. I love it. I'm not even joking. Our opponent probably their pod definitely let them get away with some shenanigans. Because they not only have the Scrivs Hive, they've got a porcelain Zealot. Oh, good lord. A drowning Ichor, and they're gonna pay the full to get rid of them. But I don't think they can attack. I don't think they can attack. Oh, never mind. They can. We're so dead. It's not even funny. Oh, we are so dead. We have no removal. We have no way to get rid of anything. We're just gonna do this and just say, to heck with it. Let's attack with a 4/4 Toxic 3. They let it through. That's how you know we're so boned. They were like, yeah, I'm just gonna let that through. We got this game in the bag. Oh man, big shout out to our opponent. Oh no! All right, what are they targeting? They're targeting the Moliere. So we're gonna sack it. We're gonna sack it. We're gonna get. We are so done. I just want to hit a hazardous blast for a really good amount, and I think we can do that. There we go. They have played catch up. Preemptive. Muting. But here's the problem. They took it away. So they may have given us just a little bit to win. And if we win this game, and I don't think we are, but if we win this game, I'm going to pop off so hard that never mind. They can't block, though. Does Porcelain Zealot, can it target itself? Yes, it can. They can't attack with it, though, because of atrocity. They can't attack because of atrocity. They attacked. They attacked. They attacked. No blocks. All right. How much is this? Oh, we are one off. All right. I think we have to. This is our only line here. Oh. I think this is our only line here. Four. We're toxic. Yeah, I think this is our. I think that's our only line. That's 4. That's 10. Block the 2. We're barely in it. We're barely in it. Let's see what our opponent does. Sorry if I got quiet. So. We have to block the 3/3. They should attack with the Zealot. If they attack with the Zealot, it's game. It's game over. They didn't attack with the Zealot. So we gotta block that. We gotta block that. We're at 9 toxic. Did we just get there? Did we just get there? Did we just get there? We did not. No, we did not. We did not win. How did we win that? Fam, how did we win that? We had no right winning that game. No right whatsoever. And yet here we are on Tasty Adult Beverage Day draft here on XWW Wrestling's YouTube channel, ExtremeTVOnline.com streaming service, and Zero Trade and Value Productions. My name is Dom Douglas. We've been having some tasty adult beverages here. We are currently 6-2 with Naya toxic equipment. And 3 of those losses, 2 of those wins are because of misplays by our opponent. One of them is because our opponent went to 5, had a mulligan to 5, and then didn't get land number 3 till turn 4. But sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Straight up. Because, folks, I don't know about you, but we're in the championship round. We're in the last game. We either go 7-2 and trophy because we won 7 games, or we're 6-3. Either way, we're going to find out. Now, if we get land 4, we're rocking and rolling, especially if it's a forest, because we're on the draw. And they start with a terramorphic expanse. Into a plains? Okay, forest. That would have been kind of shocking if it was a if I called that. Being said, though, I think we ambassador this turn. Yeah, I think we ambassador to try to get a good block against the Stalker, because the Stalker does have Toxic 2. It's a 3-1 with Toxic 2, so we're dead. They got the pump for it. They got the pump. Yeah, we got to get that pump out of their hands. Pump in the dump with the chump in the hump. Yeah, Titanic Group. It's out of their hands now, thankfully. We got to take a turn off here and Voice of Assimilation and hope that, yeah, because then we could split her and weaken against all odds. The ambassador. Huh. The ambassador is not effective. Nope. Alright, so we're behind here as our opponent is able to leave open mana. So let's get that Plague Nurse with Toxic 2 on the field. And see how our opponent responds. At the moment, I've made a mess because of condensation. Okay, so they were just playing a thrill possibility, which I'm okay with. I mean, it gives them 2 cards, so they probably drew the win there. Now we have our opponent thinking really hard. And my brain cells are thinking how to stay together because of Tasty Adult Beverage Night. Alright, I can see that. Alright. Do we sentry the stalker? Or do we split her? I think we split her. And then pump the plague nurse. Go into attacks, because if they try to block it and kill it, we're killing two of their creatures. They took it. They took it so hard. And then we can annex Sentry, which activates Veil of Assimilation. Folks, we might get this. Now, if we don't, I don't care. We had an amazing run here. Oh, wow. That's a board wipe and a half. And you know what? I'm just going to attack. I'm just going to attack. Like, there's no reason not to at that point. Tasty adult beverage night. And don't get it twisted. This ain't going to happen again this season for Phyrexian will be one. I'm very serious here. I am not doing this all the time. I'm just doing this because I needed to mix it up, because the last game, I'm very serious. It was really, really bad. I was not happy with what went down in that last draft. I misclicked. You know what? Let's attack anyway, though. I don't even care if they have a pump or removal. We can trade their entire board for ours. Why did we play the Annex Sentry? Not gonna lie, I should have played the Lightbringer. That's my fault. All right. Bring in the pumps. Because I haven't against the odds. All right. So they make that a 5/5. Bring in the Lightbringer. We got rid of one of their creatures. What is against 3 or less? So all we can do is bring back the Bladed Ambassador. I think I just save it for the... Yeah. But our opponent is really deep in the thought here. Deep thoughts with Jack Handy. Sometimes I want to take my kid and say we're going to Disneyland. And then I just drive to an abandoned warehouse, tell them, oh no, Disneyland burnt down. And go home. Deep thoughts with Jack Handy. If you get the reference, you get the reference. But also, I just aged myself like a, you know what. All right. So I think we Blade Hold War Whip here. And we're going to target the Lightbringer. Then we're going to target the Lightbringer. And then we're going to attack with the Lightbringer. It's got vigilance. That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see. Because we can exile target artifact or creature, we can bounce the Annex Sentry and get rid of one of their guys. Get rid of one of their creatures. It doesn't even matter. I have a 2/2. I have a 2/2 on field. You give me an extra poison? What is this? First strike Trampopolis? Exile target artifact or creature you control. We're going to target the Annex Sentry. And then, oh boy. We're going to target that. And then we're going to target this. And then we're going to swing in for tree. Do you believe in miracles, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't. But you know what? You might bear witness to one tonight. I'm going to complete the game unlike the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And yeah, that's right. I was born in Southeast Kensington. I'm still a little miffed about that loss there, folks. All right. I think we blaze in crescendo here. Still, though, great season by the Eagles. And Andy Reid deserves Super Bowl win number 2. I will say that. Now, we have a blazing crescendo in hand. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if they fall for it. We target the Sentry. Because we get to exile the top card. If it's a land, then we can play the Badarsh. It's not a land, but it's an infected flesh cutter. We get rid of their reach creature, which should have got rid of the Vorak, but we are so far ahead right now that I think that was the best play. Saving the Annex Sentry. We're at least baiting out one of their spells in hand. Tyvar Stand. Okay, yeah, we got rid of that so good. And then we're just going to play Infected Flesh Cutter. I don't care, because next turn is the Badarsh. We could also Flesh Cutter the Sentry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 4/4 flyer with haste, but they still can't attack. They still can't attack. They can attack with a 4/4 flying haste, but they still can't go all in, if you will. Now, Flesh Cutter. Oh, it's a Sentry. Do we Splitter or Badarsh? No, we got a Splitter onto the Sentry. Then swing. And then pump the Sentry. So now it takes multiple things to kill. It's like right on the cusp. We're at the end game, folks. Either we losing or they winning. And right now it can go either way. Luca. Bound to ruin. Spend it only cash, create a 3/1/1. Create a 3/3 green Phyrexian with Toxic. Deals damage amongst target creatures where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So they're going to kill the Sentry. Kill the Sentry. I think we just Bardock. Pump that. Then we can... Does any of these give it haste? No. So we will pump that, make it a 4/2, attack. So they either have to block with their 3/3 or the 4/4. Pseudo creature removal at the cost of our 4/2, but we're getting there. Because then we get to swamp everything else onto our 4/3. Luca can only +1. Could -1, but now they're drawing a card. We should draw a card next turn, by the way, folks. We do have the Hunter's Maze for that specific reason that we haven't done yet. So they have 6 mana available to them because of Luca's +1. But let's see if they drew something valuable. So far, they had a land in hand. Expand the sphere. Top 6. Look at 2 land cards. Put Proliferate. Okay. So they're proliferating. So we're going to go up to 5 poison. Luca's going to go up to 3. 4, I mean, sorry. But they can't attack. I knew it. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, we can't even we can't even use Hunter's Maze. Son of a, you know what? Anyway, we're gonna attack on that. We're gonna attack on that. And then we're gonna attack. And then we're gonna add. Like it matters. But they gotta block with their 4/4. And then we're going to end the turn. They need a creature. Or a piece of removal. Either one gets in there. There's the creature. There's another creature. I'm okay with this, by the way. Can you equip it? No, you can't. You can equip the halberd. First strike and Trompopolis. Onto the 3/3. All right. I think we just infected flesh cutter this. And then just attack. Force the block on the 3/3 with first strike. We will play a plains and end the turn. Hopefully it's a land. Hopefully it's a land. Oh, wait a minute. We got rid of their guy? We got rid of their creature? How? How did we do that? Oh, it only... First strike and trample. As long as it's your turn. Reading the card explains the card, Dom Douglas. So now they have a whole bunch of mana for a 5/5 with reach. And a 1/3. Icar Basilisk. And now they're going to give it first strike, Trompopolis, Menaches, and reach. And now it's just Menaches and reach. So what we're going to do, we're going to equip that. We're going to equip the infected flesh cutter. We're going to play a mountain. We're going to Vrosk Spitter. And then we're going to attack. And make a 1/1. And make it a 7/3. An 8/3, I mean. So they have to block with a 1/3. That lives. It dies. Because it had death touch. That's a land. That's what we want to see. Even though they're about to -4 and deal 1 to this. Do they get rid of the Luca, though? That's the thing. Do they get rid of the Luca? Or do they try? Okay. Okay, they have a 7/7. We have a forest. So we can finally use the Hunter's Maze to draw a card. And it's a Maze Skull Bomb. So the infected flesh cutter first. Then we Badarsh that. Make it a 5/2. And swing. Creating a creature, making it a 5/3, 6/3. And I saw that block coming, which is okay. Because then we may Skull Bomb. And unless they have something to pump the team up, and if they do, good game.
Sinew and steel.
Did we use our... Yeah, we did use Hazardous Blast. So... we're going to have to land here and Incisor Glider. We have to Flesh Cutter that. You know what? Let's just... I think we lost. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. I think we lost. I don't know. I think we lost. Math is for blockers. Math is for blockers. Math is for blockers. You gotta be kidding me. They only had to block with 1 and we won. What are you talking about? Yeah, good game. Yeah, good game. I forgot to have Menace. That was our last shot. What? This deck had no right being 6-3. This deck had no right, folks. Naya, Damn. Naya. Toxic equipment. Honestly, it's Boros splashing green. But what a deck. What a deck, folks. I thought during the draft that we messed up. We get 1,800 gems, 5 packs of cards. And we basically free rolled this. We made 300 gems. So we can draft again. I ain't doing that tonight, ladies and gentlemen, though. Thank you for watching. Whether it was on extremetvonline.com, $4.99 a month, first 5 days are free. What are you waiting for? Get it. It's got so much content for $5. Seriously. XWW shows, AML shows, Future Stars of Pro Wrestling shows, Firestar Pro Wrestling, AML Future Stars, I meant. We have Pro Wrestling Savage. We have many more promotions in the coming weeks and months ahead. We have video versions of the podcast, Goblet Grenade, Bumps and Brews, Smash the Mat, many more coming as well. Asylum when that returns in the coming weeks ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've also watched on the YouTube, which is XWW Wrestling's YouTube channel, thank you for watching. On my channel, Zero Trade and Value Productions, thank you for watching, everybody. My name's been Dom Douglas, and may your top deck always be mythic.